Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to Sports Talk with your boy Recal. Hey, I appreciate you being here. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share, man. This is free. Um, Before we talk about Tua with the Miami Dolphins, I'm going to talk about well, briefly. I'm going to talk about the Jets, but let me say this something real quick, man. The New York Knicks, choked after I already talked about that on the last episode I posted. You should see that in a few minutes, if not already being viewed by you. But to be up 2-0 and then you let the Indiana Pacers come back. I mean, Halliburton is a great player, of course, but you have Pascal Siakam. I mentioned that before. That's a veteran presence who know how to win playoff games, who know how to win. You know what I mean? So Knicks had a perfect opportunity with injury after injury, but they have zero bench, and to the Knicks fan, I know that you got disappointed. No one thought that you were gonna be where you are right now. Hey, yeah, and you did enough. You did enough, man. Anyway, man, New York Jets fans, what's going on, man? Jets fans, all my Jets fans. I'm super excited for the season, but of course, if Aaron Rodgers get hurt again, that's the possibility. You know what I mean? If he stay healthy, we in line to at least go off. You know what I mean? Go to the Super Bowl. But if not, it's man. You saw last year. Um, I got that report, but then there's a SNY reporter, of course, uh, uh, you know, Connor, who also talked about that. So and I know I should have put it out there first, which would have he would have validated my reporting, but it's all good, man. It's all good. And as a Jets fan, you don't want to hear that at all. Nathaniel Hackett's, the Jets organization, they were trying, or last season, they were trying this season to get rid of him. Not so much. Well, let me rephrase that. They were trying to replace him with someone else. So Nathaniel Hackett would have been still the offensive coordinator because Nathaniel Hackett is trash. He's only in football because again his dad. A lot of those guys, of course, nepotism, friends, and relationship they made, right? Uh, but you saw what happened with the Broncos and then him coming to the Jets. He's only with the organization because of Aaron Rodgers. So they would talk within the organization to get rid of him or bring in somebody to be above him. You can't make this crap up, man. And there were time when when the Jets, when Nathaniel Hackett would call plays, Aaron Rodgers would just audible and change the plays. It's like, yo, incompetent is not enough is not the word. It just, man. And since this channel is being viewed by kids and all, I'm just gonna say he's trash. Man, he was trash, man. And as a fan, as a Jets fan myself, I've been a Jets fan since I was a kid, man. You know, and all that stuff, man. To see stuff like that, to hear stuff like that, I mean, it's tough when you see a team that you've been rooting for, a team that we've been at the bottom for ages, for decades. The Jets been in the bottom for decades, man, and then to see something like that, to hear something like that, to see someone who doesn't know what he's doing, and it's a lot, what I mean? So it's a lot. So the Jets didn't want to fire him because they realized if they fired him, that's gonna put a strain on that relationship with Aaron Rodgers. So they didn't do that, but they wanted to bring in someone to call the plays Nathaniel Hackett would have still have been the offensive coordinator on paper, but that person would be above him. So decision, all that stuff will have to go to him, and that's why I said to fire Robert Saleh as a head coach. This is something that you're supposed to be doing. As a head coach, this is the job, right? As a head coach, that's what you support. You know what I mean? Those are the things you're supposed to be in charge of. You sit in, right? Weekly progress, weekly report, what's going on. Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special team coach, all the coaches coming to you to tell you what's going on. Hey, this is what I'm working on. This is what's going on. This is what we're doing, whatever. And then you listen to the game plan. What is the game plan on offense? Boom, boom, boom. Here it is from the offensive coordinator, whatever. His coaches tell you what's going on. Boom, boom, whatever. What's the play? What's the defense, right? And then special team, so on. So the fact that the Jets organization were thinking, Woody Johnson and Christopher Johnson, they were thinking about bringing somebody else to be above Nathaniel Hackett. I thought the head coach was above Nathaniel Hackett. This is like, it's a, this is like crazy. To tell me that as an organization, you were thinking about bringing in somebody above the offensive coordinator, which I thought the head coach that's his job, to be above the offensive coordinator. So it shows the lack of respect. It shows how much the Jets organization don't even believe in Robert Saleh. It shows that how much they think that he's way over his head. For them to say, you know what, they've been looking at someone and no one wanted to take the job, and that's, you know what I mean, because everybody. The Jets interview people. The New York Jets interview people. Right? They interview people, and all those people was like, okay, we're going to be the offensive coordinator. They were like, no. Nathaniel Hackett's still going to be the offensive coordinator, but you're going to be above him. And the New York Jets interview 6 people. The New York Jets interview 6 people. And all those guys, it was like, they were silent. It was like they were puzzled. Like, she said, wait a minute. Are you firing Robert Saleh? No. Robert Saleh was still going to be the head coach. And they all asked the same question. I thought Robert Saleh was supposed to be above the offensive coordinator. And you know what I mean? So when you have a situation where the head coach is not above the offensive coordinator, that's a problem. Because where he doesn't know what he's doing. So Robert Saleh does not know what he's doing, number one. Nathaniel Hackett, who's the offensive coordinator, doesn't know what he's doing. So everybody is just relying on Aaron Rodgers to just run the show. Aaron Rodgers is running the show. Right? Aaron Rodgers running the show in New York. Not the head coach. That's flat out. So you know what I mean? So Robert Saleh is just a defensive coordinator. Aaron Rodgers running the show. Robert Saleh is a defensive coordinator. That's what it's boiled out to me. When you tell me that an organization hire a head coach, the head coach then go hire offensive, defensive, special team, and all the other coaches, right? Corners, linebackers, whatever. You know the spiel, man. Come on, I don't have to go through all that, right? And that head coach, he's the general, he's the CEO, he's handling all that stuff. You have your offensive coordinator running the show, your defensive coordinator running the show, your special team coach running the show. Each coach is running their respective area, right? The offensive coordinator is in charge of the entire offense, right? So which means you have a quarterback coach, you have a wide receiver coach, tight end, running back, so on. So every position in football has a coach, right? As a coach, right? But if it's on offense, they all report to the offensive coordinator. He's the boss, right? On defense, cornerback, safety, whatever, they all have a coach. They all report to the defensive coordinator. Period. He's the boss. On special team, right? You have the gunner. You have anyway. Again, I don't have to. You watch football. You know football. If you need me to explain it, please comment. Say, Rical, hey, explain all these steps. I'll do that. But you know the stuff. So all these coaches on special team, they report to the special team coach. He's the boss. And all three of those top three bosses report to the head coach, right? So those three bosses, offense, defense, special team, report to the head coach, right? The head coach then report to the general manager report to the owners, whatever. But whatever. So the head coach is the one that run the show. Well, these guys are running the show, but he's in charge. So each week, right, when they done with practice, all the stuff, he's overseeing the stuff, making sure things are going on. Of course, they give him report. He's the one that talks to the media. And sometimes the other coaches talk to the media too, but I'm just saying, he's the one that talks to the media, or the reporting to Andrew, all the stuff, he does that. That's his job. So when he sits down in his office, he come in the conference room, all the coaches will come. Offense, defense, special team, they all will come. Right? And those meetings, those three coaches will speak. Right? Offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, and special team coach will speak. Rarely you got the other coaches like under them that speak, but it's the those three guys have to give a game plan to the head coach for the week. Right? The offensive coordinator will give a game plan to what's going to, hey, this boom, 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 this was going to happen. He listened to that, and sometimes the head coach will go when they have meetings, because those meetings happen different day or different time. You might have offense is from 9 to 11, right? And then you have 11:30. You might have 11:30 to 1 or 1:30, right? And then you have 2 to 6, whatever at those times, right? Whatever the times. So, but the head coach will go sit on all those meetings to hear what's going on, the interaction with the offensive coordinator, defensive coordinator, special team coach, with their coaches, with their respective coaches, right? And and those players in those positions. And a lot of times the head coach would chime in to say, hey, I would do X, Y, and Z, whatever. He'll give his opinion, but he's listening to whatever. He listened to what's going on, and at the end he'll come back. They'll all meet with him to give a game plan what's going to happen for the next game. And that's what it is. But the fact that the New York Jets, as an organization, they interview 6 people to be above Nathaniel Hackett, who's the New York Jets offensive coordinator, while they have a head coach. It says a lot. It says a lot. And if the Jets do not make the playoffs, all these guys are gone. And sometimes you say to yourself, when you got doing an interview, like who, you have a lot of coaches out there, and sometimes you look at it, right? You have a lot of people who come to an interview. They interview with you. He's like, wow, those guys, you pick the top 5. And out of the top 5 you pick, sometimes the top personnel you pick you know what I mean, as the head of your department, sometimes not the one to get the job because of the financial situation. And a lot of time, you got you got the people in the organization who's, the people who the decision makers, the people who, when it comes to the money, that make decision on the money. When the candidates, of course, the candidate gonna ask for an amount of money, and they don't want to give that money, and they go below. So a lot of time, the people who get the job not because they qualify, is because they're cheaper, and that's what you got to know your worth. But the New York Jets interview 6 people to take over Nathaniel Hackett's job when you have Robert Saleh there. So that's crazy, man. I don't know, man. So Jets fans, man, chime in, let me know what you think, man, because this is crazy. How you have Robert Saleh as the head coach, right? He's supposed to be the general, the one running the show, the one that these guys coming to him, and he doesn't know what's going on. So he's a defensive coordinator. He doesn't know how to do anything else. It shows. It shows. For the Jets, for Woody Johnson and Christopher Johnson to go out there, interview 6 people, right? They interview 6 people. You know what I mean? So for the New York Jets, like I said, for the New York Jets, Woody Johnson and Christopher Johnson to go out there, interview 6 people to be above Nathaniel Hackett, to call the plays. So he will still have the offensive coordinator play, not the play caller. He like Nathaniel Hackett will report to that person, that individual. That was the plan. Nathaniel Hackett would have report to that individual. And no one wanted to take the job because they saying, this doesn't make sense at all. Why is he still there? Not so much as it's going to be an embarrassment to him, but it's just an embarrassment total. Nobody, it's like total chaos. So what is Robert Saleh's purpose? You know what I mean? So it's like so Robert Saleh then he's just a defensive coordinator. Then what happened with the defensive coordinator? Albrecht. So are you saying you have a bunch of incompetent people running the show? And that's pretty much what it is. It showed total chaos within the Jets organization. You hire a group of people who don't know what they're doing, and that's what it shows to me. You know what I mean? But hey, anyway, man, Jets fans, like I said, man, chime in, let me know. Let me know your thoughts, man, because it bothered me. I had this news. I'm like, damn, I didn't want to talk about it. You know what I mean? And then, what's his name? Connor from SNY. He came out and said it. I'm like, damn, I should have put it out there. But as your team, sometimes you got bad news, you didn't want to share it, man. Like, damn, let me just focus on what's going on. But I should have reported. You know what I mean? I should have. For the fans, for my team, for my Jets fans, I should have done that. You know what I mean? But I still think we're gonna be all right. If Aaron Rodgers hurt, we'll be all right. I think that. But the problem is, Aaron Rodgers will still have to be on the sideline. That's gonna be tough. That's gonna be tough. Anyway, man, for Dolphins fans, I know you tune in as well. You wanted to hear your news with the Dolphins. Dolphin fans, Tua rejected the contract. They gave him a contract because he's looking at Jared Goff got $50 million a year, and the Dolphins try to offer him $30 million, and he rejected that contract. He said $30 million. He's a better player than Jared Goff. All right, Tua that is. He's a better player. He's done more. Now when you look at Detroit Lions went further. they went far than the Dolphins. Right? So you could say that he's done more. And when you look at the numbers, right? When you look at the numbers, Goff has done a lot better with the numbers. That's where they went in the playoffs. You know what I mean? So Goff said, hey, he's worth $50 million, and then Detroit Lions they look at the quarterback landscape. You know what I mean? They you know. They didn't want to do the Kirk Cousin. They didn't want anything to do with Kirk Cousin, and he called. His camp called. They didn't want anything to do with him. They was like, you know what? We're gonna keep our guy, and they kept Goff and pay him $50 million a year. Now, when you look at Trevor Lawrence, contract should be coming up soon. All those guys, you know what I mean? They're looking at the money coming in. They want to be paid, right? So you see, Kirk Cousin got a huge contract, right? Almost $200 million he got. Goff making $50 million a year. You know, so all these guys they want to be paid. You know what I mean. So Dak Prescott, of course, Dak wants $60 million because he's looking at Goff money. Goff receiving $50 million a year. You know, he said, wait a minute. But again, Goff went further than all these guys in the playoffs. So he has a lot of credibility to get that money. But Tua OTAs for them start Monday. You know, tomorrow, and he's not. He's saying, wait a minute, I'm not showing up unless I'm paid because he's looking at his situation, all the concussion he had, and the team also look at that. They're looking at all the concussion that he had himself, and saying, why should we give him that kind of money when we don't know one hit away he could be done in football? And they try to put a few clauses. They try to put a few clauses in the contract, right? If he's hurt, this and that, for them to recoup some of the money. And it's kept like, no, if I'm hurt, I'm hurt, playing for the team. So if I'm hurt doing what I do for the team. If I'm hurt because I'm the best player on the team. If I'm hurt, it's because I try to make sure that to elevate the team, to keep the team somewhere else. And that's the thing that he's trying to do that, but his camp, that's what his camp trying to do. But the Miami Dolphins are not looking to do that. They're saying they want to protect themselves in case something happened. Yes, you could get an insurance policy, but the insurance policy is only going to go as far. It won't go so too much to give him because right now Tua want at least according to his camp, Goff making $50 million a year. Tua want $1 plus more than what Goff is getting. So he's asking about $60 million, $65 million a year, and the Miami Dolphins do not think that he's worth $65 million a year. That's why they offered him $30 million. And he rejected. You know what I mean? He rejected, and they're not trying to, and they don't see him not that I don't think he's a great quarterback for them, right? He fit perfectly for their system. McDaniel could tell you that he won his quarterback, but the ownership, they're not trying to spend that kind of money on someone that they don't know. He's one hit away, because the way he plays, he's a physical player, and he go ahead first, and concussion after concussion. Sometimes you know what I mean. Well, last year you didn't even think he was coming back. So all these worries, all this stuff, they're not trying to give him that kind of money, right? And so Dolphin fans, there's a possibility Tua may be out for the season. Tua might be out for the season. He's planning to hold out. Tua will hold out for the season unless he gets his money. So if the Dolphins do not pay him, he will hold out for the season. And they don't want that. They don't want that. And man, is he worth $60 million? You pay Goff $50 million. So I think that you could say yes. He threw more touchdowns. He's done more for them. But you gotta look at availability. When we need you, are you there? And that's the $1 million question. That's the $60 million question. Goff got $50 million because he's available. He's there. You know what I mean? He took them to the playoffs. He did what he was hired to do. Right? When they trade for him with all that stuff, that was, hey, you my guy. That's what they shook their hand. You my guy. You know what I mean? You the starting quarterback. So he did. You know what I mean? He did his job. He completed the assignment. His assignment was to win games. He's done that for them, right? So when it's time for them to re-sign, to pay him, right? He deserved. He garnered that $50 million contract. He deserved that, and that's why they give him that $50 million contract. You know, so now you're looking at, you know, they set a precedent on what would happen for the next team. For the you look at the Jacksonville Jaguars with Trevor Lawrence. When the contract is up for him, they're gonna pay him. You see the Broncos, what they did when the Jets traded Zach Wilson to them. His 5th-year option, they declined the 5th-year option. Why the hell would I pay this guy $25 million a year, and he's not worth that? You know what I mean? So they said, nah, no to that. He's still with them. The Jets, it's the $5 million. The Jets will pay $2.5 million, and Broncos paying $2.5 million. But Trevor Lawrence is a better quarterback. Of course, you see what he did. He's gonna, his term is up. Is he gonna, is he worth in the area in the ballpark of $50 million? No. You know what I mean? I think Goff has done more than he is, but again, that's the market. When you look at that's the precedent that Detroit Lions set with Jared Goff by giving him $50 million a year. Now a guy like Trevor Lawrence is gonna want that type of money, right? Yeah, and then Dak Prescott wants you want $60 million. So if you pay Tua $60 million, you're gonna have to pay Dak Prescott more money, right? And last time when Dak Prescott asked for $40 million, when the last contract, he was the highest paid quarterback, and then you saw what happened with Patrick Mahomes. You give him that $500 million contract, over 10 years. So in this market, he's underpaid for what he's doing. They give you 3 Super Bowl, for what he's done. And, he's underpaid, and he took less money, took a pay cut to make sure the team can sign other players. You know what I mean? He look at he's you give him half a $1 billion contract, well, again, over a 10-year period. But he wants to. He know that by winning the championship, by doing stuff, he's growing his brand. He's not so much getting the money with the Chiefs, but he's getting it for advertisement and other stuff, and that's why he's able to leave some money on the table for the team to get players, which is similar to what you saw last year. Aaron Rodgers took, even though it was a $60 million contract, $60 million a year. You know what I mean? He took, last year he played for $1 million. He gave the Jets a discount to be able to go out there. You give him $35 million to go out there to get more players, right? So would he? I don't know. Again, would he be able to do the same thing, for the Jets this year and stuff like that? But still, those guys are doing things to help players. To help them get more players to win championship. Some people don't give a damn about that. They tell you, I don't care about that. That's your job to go get that. You know what I mean? I've given discount to people too. You know what I mean? I've given discount. You know what I mean? You go to jobs and say, you know what? You look at the money they're paying you, and then you look at a guy on your caliber, what you've done. It's not about the money. You know what I mean? You're already rich. It's all good. It's whatever. You just want to be part of something, right? Depending on what it is, right? So that's what it is. But for Tua, Tua might be, like I said, for Dolphin fans, you may not see Tua, for the season. You may not see him for the season because I said training camp start tomorrow. You may not see him for the season. If the Dolphins don't come with that $60 million he's asking for, good luck. You know what I mean? If they, good luck, because he's not trying to play with all the clause, all the stuff they're trying to do. He's not focused on that at all. And he's telling them, hey, I need my money. Give me my money. I've done so much. I've put my body on the line for you, which he has. When, like, it's a similar situation, right? With Baltimore Raven quarterback, right? Oh my God, I can't believe I'm Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson, the Baltimore Raven quarterback. Raven didn't have anybody. The guy was running all over the place, running for his life, and they were still winning. And he got hurt because of, and they told him, oh, you always getting hurt. He said, but I'm getting hurt because you don't have any players. Give me players to protect me, then I'll be fine. So eventually, of course, they give him the contract. You know what I mean? They give him the contract. So with Tua, everything he's done, yes. Injury prone, yes. 100%. All the Miami Dolphins have players around him to win championship, yes. Give him players. But when he's healthy, the guy's, he's lights out. He's a great quarterback. Future Hall of Fame. I don't like that he's in the same division with me, with the Jets. But, hey, any given Sunday, we'll take that. But if the guy doing everything he can to win games for you, he should be paid. Pay him his money. You know what I mean? So, anyway, man. Hey, that's what it is, man. Anyway, man, sports talk. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Let me know your thoughts, man. Let me know your thoughts on Tua. Right? Let me know your thoughts on Tua, or Miami Dolphin fans. My New York Jets fan, let me know your thoughts. Let me know your thoughts on Robert Saleh, Nathaniel Hackett, and all of the above, man. All right, sports talk. Like, subscribe, and share, man. Peace out. I'm out, man.